All right, let's try this again. Hi, Rob and Jan. Somebody can see us, Dave. Well, they can't see you.
Can they hear us?
Can you hear us okay?
We had some technical difficulties there for a minute.
We got like this.
Still no audio.
Can you hear us okay?
All right.
We hear you. Okay. Is the video quality good? Loud and clear. Okay.
All right.
Good, good, good.
We're currently at a dog park. So if you hear Rudel barking, he sees a dog that he likes.
It was very, very busy this morning. Starting to calm down a little bit.
Yep.
Daytona.
No, it's all right. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're okay.
And that was a little black and white dog. It's
You
okay,
like-
buddy. Hi from Ohio.
Yeah, let us know where you're coming from.
Dave's wearing a green shirt, of course.
Yeah.
He's trying to get me to switch over to all green. Hi from the Jersey Shore. So tell us, what is the weather like where you are? Do you have snow? Do you not have snow? Southern Indiana. Good morning to our friends on the West Coast, and
Yeah.
good afternoon to our friends on the East Coast. So our California family, we were talking to them yesterday, and they have been getting snow, which is very unusual for where they live. It's rare if they get snow once a year, and they've gotten snow like, what, 6 times this year?
Yeah. It's got to be
Rain-
like once in 100-year kind of thing going on.
Yeah. Snow on the ground but blue sky. Rob and Jan, where are you at in Canada? Do you have snow? Rudel is currently looking out his back window. Hi, Larry and Amanda. You
Hi,
caught
guys.
a live stream.
Good to see you.
We are currently in the state of Virginia, and Virginia thinks it's spring.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was snowing flower petals from all the trees that are flowering.
Yeah, everything's budding out. The grass is starting to turn green. We're ready to head north.
Dave is very ready to head north, but we're on a slow pace right now.
Yeah, we're on a slow pace. So I injured my lower back and kind of recovering from that. So I'm not in any position to put chains on or dig us out of snow right now.
So yeah, I think that's slowing us down a bit. So Dave has an old back injury, and every now and then, if he overexerts or does something strenuous, kind of just tweaks it. And
Pretty much puts me down for a week or two.
how did you tweak it this time?
I was taking the Sumo spring off the front passenger tire up on the shock there, and I just put too much energy into it in a very bad position. It was making a bunch of strange sounds, and we just wanted to see if it was the Sumo spring or not, so I took it out. The sounds went away, but
And your back was fine.
back was fine at the time. But then a couple days later, I just stepped the wrong way, and bam.
So you've been down for like, what, 4 days?
Yeah, I thought I was getting better, and then I just took a wrong step again, and right back where I started. There's nothing really I can do for it other than just to strengthen those muscles up and be smart when I lift. And
We are not in the mountains of Virginia, right? Not yet.
no.
We are maybe heading that way somewhat. We're near Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
And we're just hanging out, doing some very boring adult things. Taxes, getting that all sent to our tax professional. Laundry, grocery shopping, right where we are, we have amazing cell signal. So
Yeah, I think the next location that we're going to is going to be in Northern Virginia, and there's going to be no cell signal. So I think we're going to be out of it for about maybe 4 or 5 days.
yeah, so we're just trying to get some videos caught up and get them uploaded and get ourselves situated a little bit. Hi, Kathy. And Dave's taking it easy, and
Carrie's pulling the weight.
it has been nice. Just I've been driving the van, going wherever I want.
Yeah.
Dave's just been laying out in the bed. And are you bored yet?
I am bored. I'm ready to go. There's just not a lot I can do, but I'm ready to go find some free camping.
Yeah. Dave's ready to hit the Canadian border, but I'm trying to slow him down a bit. He's got itchy feet.
Yeah, we're hoping for April 15th or somewhere between April 15th and May 1st.
So tell him our plan from here.
So, from here we're
Yeah.
gonna go up and camp at a free campground somewhere in Northern Virginia, and then hop over the border to Pennsylvania, camp in an area that we've been wanting to see for a while there, and then head east into Cape Cod, Boston area,
Yeah.
and visit some friends. And from there, we're going to work our way up north into New Hampshire and Maine, and cross the border somewhere up in northern Maine.
Yeah, so I think Maine's very cold and snowy right now.
Well, yeah, but that's like a month away now, so.
So I'm a little skeptical that we're gonna get across the border mid-April. Dave is super.
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of snow or snowy roads. We don't want so much snow that there's no place to pull off the road and camp. So we need to be smart about it and watch the weather and find out how much snow is on the ground. And we're going to be taking the Labrador Highway. Is that the
Trans-Labrador Highway.
So that area is pretty remote. Some places the gas stations are.
Wait, so we're crossing near Quebec, right?
Yeah, we're crossing northern Maine, and then we're gonna go near Quebec, but I guess north of that, and we're taking a ferry across the St. Lawrence, and then up the Labrador.
The Trans-Labrador Highway.
Yeah. So we're coming in from the northwest side of Newfoundland.
And so we're watching the weather really closely, because this stretch of the highway I have read has a section of it, a large section, like 300 miles, where there's no gas stations. It's really remote, no cell service. And so we need to be cautious and smart when we cross that section.
Yeah, even if everything goes right, I think we'll have to buy a couple extra gas containers and have extra fuel.
And then so that will get us into Labrador, right?
That'll get us into Labrador.
And then we're going to take another ferry from there into Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dave's got this all mapped out, and we're hoping to be in Newfoundland for, if everything goes according to plan, we should be in Newfoundland by May 1st.
Yeah, May 1st or maybe the week after, but pretty close. It depends on the weather. My main reason is because I want to see icebergs.
He wants to see as many icebergs as he can possibly see.
In May and June are supposed to be the best for the iceberg season. That is Iceberg Alley, and it's supposed to be a great year. There's supposed to be a lot of ice coming down. I'm hoping we catch a good iceberg.
I've been seeing a few icebergs on Facebook, and
I know.
I've been seeing the Coast Guard icebreakers going through and breaking up ice.
Yeah.
So once we get to Newfoundland, I think we're going to be there 2.5 months. So we have a really long stretch. We're super excited about it. It is going to be difficult, I think, finding internet.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back to our old method of internet, and that's probably stopping at libraries. And there's going to be few and far between until we get to Newfoundland.
Yeah.
And I think there'll be plenty of places to find internet.
So there may be some weeks where you won't see us.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can find internet enough to upload in advance, but
we should be able to. I mean, I think once a week we'll be in a town of some sort, I think.
I know. Well, the town might not have great internet either.
Yeah, that's true.
So
this is where we wish we had Starlink.
Yeah, we wish we had Starlink, but we're still not ready to bite that bullet yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to be super interesting. We did book a ferry coming back from Argentia, Newfoundland into
Nova Scotia.
So hopefully we get across the border.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
But we noticed that the ferry was filling up very quickly.
Yeah, we had to reserve it. Otherwise, we weren't going to get a spot.
And so we had a choice between two ferries. We could take the shorter ferry that goes to St. John, I think.
I don't know. It also both ferries go to Nova Scotia. I think it's just two different sections. One's shorter and one's longer.
We wanted to see as much of Newfoundland as we could without backtracking. So we opted for the longer ferry. I think it's 17 hours.
Yeah, because we're going to be taking our time going up. We're going to be zigzagging the coastline all the way around. And we don't want to have to retrace our steps on that.
So we did book a pet-friendly cabin. We noticed that all of June was already booked.
On the ferry.
And so we did book in mid-July. And hopefully we get across the border. And that's when the adventure starts. Yeah, so if any of you have done this route, tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing obviously some studying ourselves and getting excited about it, but you know a secret, some hidden gem that we haven't found out about.
We have contacted the Newfoundland Tourism Board. We've been talking to them about that stretch of the highway, and you know, we're not strangers to cold and snow, but we still have a healthy respect for winter storms.
Yeah.
So, can you guys still hear us okay?
Yeah, if anybody has any questions about anything, van life, van build, traveling, free camping.
Thank you, Kevin.
Just let us know.
I don't see any comments coming through on our end, so there you go. New Brunswick is worth some time. Can hear you still. Okay. Got a little scared there. So once we come back down from Newfoundland, we may go into Nova Scotia?
Nova Scotia, yeah.
And
from there we'll go into New Brunswick and then back into Maine and then
we may be doing some exploring in some of the islands in that area.
Yeah.
If we have time. So it's really hard to plan this far in advance because there's so many variables of when we get there, what we find, how fast we move.
Yeah, we don't want to be too much on a schedule other than we have to meet that ferry. So if we see something really cool, we want to be able to hang out and enjoy it.
Are we going to PEI?
We might. I know that I want to say that they let you on the island for free, but they charge quite a bit to come back off the island, if I remember correctly. But it's a possibility.
And that's probably another thing is how much money are we going to be spending?
Yeah.
That's why we did the back-to-back beet harvest, because we knew that we wanted to do this bucket list trip, and we knew it was going to be a little bit expensive. And so we're going to try to do it frugally.
Yeah, last time we went to Canada, we had a great time, but then we noticed that between the gas prices and the food prices, our main two bills, that we had to cut it short a little bit.
Yeah. So hopefully this time we can spend a little bit more money and spend more time and less money.
Yeah.
We are doing the East Coast of Newfoundland next summer.
Oh, cool. I would love to do Alaska next summer, but we've been saying that every year. I think it's going to happen this time.
Yeah. You think so? That would be cool.
We should tell them what's going on with the beet harvest.
Oh, so...
Because we'll need to work some job again so we can have gas money to go to Alaska next year. And so we're thinking about signing up for the beet harvest. So we thought, well, we've never been to Minnesota. Let's sign up for the Minnesota beet harvest.
Well, we always say after the beet harvest that we're not going to do it again.
Yep, every time.
And then every time February comes around, we sign up again.
Yep.
And the money's just too easy, and it's just a very short period of time. Yeah, and it really funds these extracurricular side trips that we like to take.
Plus, I think we kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, kind of. Not 2 in a row. But this year, there's always a controversial relationship between the sugar companies and the farmers, and we've been noticing it every year that it's a little strained. So this year we just got word that the sugar company, the sugar factory in Sydney, Montana, as of next month will be shutting down permanently. So there will be no beet harvest in Sydney, Montana.
Yeah.
And I'm really sad for the farmers there because I just don't really know what they're going to do.
Yeah, well, they'll be planting corn or something else for sure.
Or hauling their beets further.
Yeah.
So everybody who worked at the 5 or 6 piling sites in that general area are probably going to be going to Minnesota. And when we signed up for Minnesota, they're being very, very strict on no pets allowed in the vehicle at all on the piling site.
Before they kind of had a no pets rule, but they let you work it out with your foreman, and the foremans usually told you the rules, and they said if you obey the rules, you can do it. But this year, so far, it looks like it's a no-go.
Yeah, so those of us who live in our Class Bs, and this is our home and our driving vehicle, there's going to have to be a pet in the vehicle. So we're waiting for the last word on that. They're still having meetings, but there's a good chance that they're going to stick to that rule with no pets in the vehicles on the piling grounds at all. So that either leaves you to have someone watch your pet, to board your pet, or leave your pet with family while you're working. And none of those options really work for us.
Nope.
So if that doesn't pan out, then we're looking for maybe a side job, maybe around Christmas, like a Christmas tree lot or something different.
Is there a way that you can have the comments come up on your laptop? Because
I was trying that.
Can't read them on your phone at all.
Let's see if I can go
Even
here.
with my glasses, I'll have to be like my nose touching the screen almost.
Let's go live.
Sorry if we missed any of your comments.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Anyhow, we're still waiting on a call from Minnesota. I think so, anyway. They're going to call us back and let us know if they're going to make an exception for us having a dog or not. But we're going to be planning on other jobs.
Well, it's not just for us. It's anybody who lives in the Class Bs.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to travel all that way and then maybe not find somebody that's willing to watch the dog. And Rudel is a great dog. He's really well behaved, but he's got a few quirks.
Yeah, and he's used to being around us 24/7, so when he's not around us, there could be problems.
Yeah, he's very strong. So if somebody else was to watch him and he sees a cat,
oh gosh.
I mean, you got to prepare for that. Or so I don't know. The 2 times that we've left him with somebody, there has been an issue.
Rudolph.
Yeah, the first time we left him with our great good friends Gabe and Caroline. Remember, Gabe was working with us. Caroline was walking him when we were at work, and he saw a dog and pulled her down, knocked her to the ground, and scraped up her knees and wrists. So we're like, that's not gonna work. And the second time we left him with my cousin when we kayaked Silver Springs, he chased her cat. And there was some fur flying. So, I don't know. Rudel's got to stay with us. He's our baby. What about DigiKey jobs? We were thinking about that, but we're so spoiled. I think DigiKey is like 3 months.
Yeah.
And we're really looking for the short-term, high-paying jobs.
We would consider like a Christmas farm kind of job.
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree farm, because those are relatively short. I think they're a month and a half.
Yeah. But so the bee harvest has been great. It was a super fun experience, and we're kind of about experiences. So it would be great to find something different and just learn a different experience. I don't think at this time we're really ready to do more than 2 months for sure. We would love to go to Alaska. Somebody said, how about a fishing job in Alaska? And Mom has forbidden us to go to Alaska. Mom, by the way, Mom is doing good. She's continuing with all of her immunotherapy. She's calling regularly. She's spunky and spicy, and she's given us permission to go our way. But she has said that we can't go to Alaska because she says, I know when you go to Alaska that you won't come back.
There's always a chance of that. I know I'm gonna like Alaska. I lived there when I was a kid. I remember just little pieces of it, but I just like the whole idea of a lot of territory without a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. So someone's asking why we wouldn't go back and do the Michigan beet harvest.
Okay.
The Michigan beet harvest, it was 9-hour days instead of 12-hour days, and you didn't get overtime until you worked a total of 40 hours that week. So let's say day 1 and 2, you worked 12 or 14 hours that day. You don't get overtime until you reach that 40-hour mark.
Yeah, so overall the pay was a lot less.
The pay was a lot less.
Considerably less.
Yeah.
It could have been the year a little bit, but I don't know.
I did love Michigan was very safe. I did love that they had a meeting every morning and they were safe. They had a safety meeting.
Yeah, the place to camp was right next to it. It was a nice little park.
But the showers were very run down, and they even closed the showers down before we left because it got too cold.
Yeah.
So, and it was hard to get breaks and lunches, and it just,
yeah,
it's probably something that we wouldn't go back to. Running the brand new piling machine was awesome. I love that.
Just not being able to get a break wasn't cool.
So Minions Adventures, I think you said earlier that you're a new subscriber. Welcome. We do have friends going to do the beet harvest in Idaho, and I believe those are 13 or 14-hour days.
Yeah.
We would consider that, except for, hi Larry, except for we have to be in Texas at the end of October to, I'm photographing my friend's wedding.
Yep. So
we can't go too far west away from Texas. Hello, Alabama?
All right.
How's the weather? Do you have any tornadoes or
Snowstorms?
Snowstorms in Alabama?
It's possible.
So yeah, we're not quite sure what we're gonna do in the fall, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. Something exciting, I hope.
Yeah, so if you have any ideas about short-term possibilities on the West Coast after October, that would be great, because it's time for us to go back. It'll be 2 years since we've been on the West Coast, and we need to go see family. So.
Yep. You see any questions? Can't read that one.
This person has a Labradoodle Max and a standard Poodle Zamar, and they love to watch Roodle. Roodle has got quite the fan following. Don't forget to visit Prince Edward Island. We'll add it to the list. We did like the state of Michigan. I would love to go back there and explore more. Just that the pay wasn't as lucrative as Sydney or Minnesota. Gee, Wild, pretty weather today. You're in Alabama, right?
Riddle's growling.
Riddle, see a dog?
Yep.
So our friends in California, not only did they just get hammered with snow, now they're dealing with flooding. And it's just going to get worse, I think.
Yeah, it looks pretty sloppy over there.
Yeah, it's a bad situation in California right now. But boy, they sure needed the water, but it's just going to all come at once. And
somebody.
Hi, Darren.
Hi, Darren.
It says it looks like you're feeling better, Dave.
Well, a little bit. And then I tripped and tried to catch my balance, and I went right pretty much back to the same spot I was when I injured my back. So trying to take it easy now.
Rolling with the rollers. We'll be in Michigan again. If not to do the harvest, there's a lot in Upper Michigan that we haven't seen that we need to come back. So we'll do that again for sure.
Yep.
Mike, thank you so much for watching our videos. We are really happy to get back on the road again.
Yeah.
We hit a little snag with your back, but I think maybe it's slowing us down because there's snow up north.
Yep. I want a little bit of snow though, so I think we need to go early enough to at least to catch a few snowflakes.
I think we're gonna catch snow. What do you guys think? Are we gonna catch snow?
Going into Canada in April.
Yeah. GYL just got back from Big Bend National Park. We were in Big Bend National Park when Texas had that big freeze.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
That was super cool.
Big Bend is one of those national parks that you really wish you had a four-wheel drive because there's a lot of roads that you can explore.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to have snow. You know that this guy loves snow, so we just need enough snow to have fun in and not get stuck in.
Yeah. Well, we can get stuck as long as we can get unstuck.
Minions Adventures tried to make the trip through Hawthorne yesterday. Just before I got there, 95, 395, and 80 were all closed.
Oh.
West Coast is in real trouble right now. Yeah, West Coast really is. I don't think many people understand just how much trouble California is in right now.
They've got such a big giant snowpack, and now the systems coming through are warming up and it's raining on top of that snow, and the ground cover just can't handle that much.
The ground cover, the roofs that have 10, 12, 15 feet of snow on top of it, now it's going to be heavy with water. Yeah, California is in big trouble. I'm sorry to say, I wish you guys all well, and I hope the snow melts slowly, but there's already flooding. Are we going to do Canada National Park? Doodles are welcome. Dogs are welcome in national parks.
Awesome.
So, absolutely. We are definitely going to go to Gross Morn
Yeah.
National Park. But other than that, we haven't done too much research. We've just kind of planned our route out, and then we like to just see what's along the way. So
Yeah, but we like ideas if someone has a good idea.
yeah, Brian, hello from Norwich, England. Hello, happy to have you. One of these days we're going to cross the pond.
Yep.
And make a trip over there. We would love to work like we did last year. We worked 2 beet harvests in a row, and we got a substantial amount of money that we could send.
Yeah.
We could ship the van across.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. But we would probably just fly and rent a van or something.
Yeah, that'd be cheaper.
It'd be much cheaper. Putting pontoons on our van. It's a little too heavy, I think. So we left Florida. We went to South Carolina. We had a great time. We got chased out by the mosquitoes.
Yep.
And then we went to North Carolina. Had a great time there. Played on the beach.
Yep.
And now we're in Virginia, slowly heading north. We're all set to cross the border. All we need is good weather.
Yep.
We've got our passports.
Well, we need new tires, but...
Well, new tires, but that's easy. Do gas prices affect where we decide to go? Gas prices dictate how fast we travel. So if gas prices are super high, we tend to stay in spots longer than if gas prices are low.
Yeah, but it does affect our travel. Like, you know, if we're paying $6 a gallon in California, we're not going to stay long because you just can't move around much at all.
raining in Page, Arizona today. I was wondering about Arizona today. I'm wondering, are Lake Mead filling up? And what's that lake by Page? Lake Powell?
Oh,
Are they filling up yet? Rose and Michael want to know if we're getting Falcon Wild Peaks again. So last time we were on the West Coast, there was a huge storm coming. We needed tires. We could not find the Falcon Wild Peaks, which you love.
Yeah, well, you had to wait like a month just to get into the tire store. They were so busy. So we ended up getting something else and kind of regretted it. And we do hope to go back to the Falcon AT3s.
You really
The
like
Falcons
those.
were awesome. The great grip, reasonably priced, and we got a lot of miles on them.
And they're quiet.
And they're nice and quiet.
And everybody that we have told about the Falcons have gotten them and loved them.
Yeah, I've never heard anything bad about that.
Hi, Glenn. Spring has sprung here in Lake Havasu. Good solar.
All right, yeah.
Glenn, thank you so much for helping us with our solar. You're our hero.
And our battery, yeah.
And our battery, yeah.
Yeah, so we finally did have to add more solar, which I don't think you found a surprise, because I think I remember you mentioning that we're probably going to need more solar. So that extra connector that you hooked up for us, that MC4 fitting, is now plugged in.
Yeah. So we now have a total of 500 watts of solar on the roof instead of 200 watts. Tell them what's going on. Everybody's want to know about your tilting adventure.
Yeah, so I put it on a little hinge system, and then the struts I bought, so where it pops up and you don't have to put much effort into lifting it, were actually the wrong size. And that actually pulled apart one of the solar panels. So I'm going to buy new ones, new struts that aren't as strong, and also about half the size, or maybe 3/4 of the size, because they should only be 3/4 of the size of the lid that you're trying to lift. And I think the problem will be solved. But they are working right now, and I can actually lift them up, and I've got braces that I can lock them into place and have them at a tilt if we need to. So I'm not in a super big hurry, but when we do get new struts,
gas struts,
I should have them all fixed up.
and we're pretty much 90% of our battery at all times.
Yeah, that's the other problem. We've had a real problem testing the new solar panels because our battery's been so full all the time.
Yeah.
That's just because we've had too many sunny days and probably traveling too fast.
So yeah, tell them about what we take in when we travel.
Yeah, so just by driving from our DC to DC charger, we're taking in over 500 watts an hour. So it doesn't take too long to charge up our system if we're driving or just running the motor. And
which we haven't had to run the motor at all, just driving.
And if the sun's directly overhead, we're just about taking that in from the solar as well when we're parked. So because our battery is still fairly small at 200 amp hours, it just doesn't take that long to fill it, which is good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but so today I looked and we were taking in, I don't know how you guys all put this, but we were taking in 297 watts of solar. And so for me, not knowing much about it, I know each panel should bring 100 watts in, but they never bring that much in, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting 85, 90 out of one, you're doing
so
pretty good.
We know that if we're taking in more than 160 watts of solar, that the other panels are working.
Yep.
And this morning we were taking in 297 watts of solar.
But I think we should be around 400, 425 or so if the sun is directly overhead and there's no clouds.
But the problem is our battery is so full that we can't, it does, because when it tops off, it stops the amount.
I mean, if we park for a while, I could throw a blanket over the top of the solar panels and just make the battery go really low after a few days and then see, but
it's working.
We know it's working. So.
Yeah. So. True North, what about your windshield? Wait till after the trip to Newfoundland.
Yeah.
So in Florida, you probably saw we got a chip in the windshield and they repaired it, but it is slightly bigger than it was when they repaired it. So I suspect when it gets really cold.
Yeah, we'll find out if that holds or not, but you're right. No sense in replacing it soon because we got a lot of miles to drive on this Newfoundland trip.
And last time we were in Texas, that's where we got a chip. So we'll wait till after we leave Texas again.
Yeah.
The problem is it's right in the middle of the windshield, like where the GoPro goes. So there might be some.
We'll have to, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens.
Must do layered hot springs in Canada. Okay, Ann, I'm going to add that to the list.
Is that in our route?
I don't know, but we're going to check it out.
I don't want to miss a hot spring.
Jerry Jackman, they're in California. Learned a lot from a huge snowpack in 97. So where we used to live in Redding, California, Shasta Lake is a huge man-made reservoir. And they've been so low, like hundreds of feet low from the dam. And last week, I think they were at 61 feet. So it's coming up fast. And the problem is when it gets to a certain point, then they have to start letting all that water out.
Yeah, and they've already started letting water out of Oroville Reservoir over the spillway.
Laird is on the way to Alaska.
Oh, cool.
So we will add that to the list when we go to Alaska.
Yeah, I know. I remember seeing some hot springs in the Yukon. I'm sure they're all over that area, though.
Craig says gas is $1.60 a liter, so $6.08 a gallon in Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
So this is a good year to go because our American dollars are going a little bit further.
Yeah, which still
for the exchange rate, but still pretty high.
Still high.
Yeah. But sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and do it.
Yep.
Where did you get the stickers from for your cabinets? These stickers up here, I think, is what he's talking about. Let's see. I don't know if I can show you. Those are a wall decal from Amazon. It's a 8-foot long wall decal, and it's a picture of the mountains and then a reflection underneath it. So when these get dirty or torn, I just replace them with a different section. Super easy.
Someday we're going to have one of Carrie's photos up there instead, so I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, our patron Darren does stickers and photos, and he said he would have them ready for us.
We just don't.
We can't decide on a photo.
Yeah, we need to figure that out.
Maybe after Newfoundland we'll get an iceberg photo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd like that.
Oh, somebody said they love this walking stick of you making it.
Thank you.
And this stick fits perfectly right up here.
Yeah, that's yellow cedar. We found it ourselves.
I remember exactly where you found that. Thank you. Rose says she loves the new hoodie with the logo on it. Dave's got one of his, but he's not wearing it today.
It is green.
Judy says we have 5 acres in the woods. We'd love to meet you 3. Judy, email us at oneadventure at a time.
adVANture.
Oneadventure at a time at yahoo.com, and we'll see if we're in that route at all. Oh, Mike says the turtle log. The turtle log on Silver Springs, where there's like a million.
Yeah.
It would look good across here.
Yeah,
that would look good there.
Yeah.
Dennis, it's not green. What, my sweater is not green? Dave tried to get me to buy green.
I don't know why she didn't.
New Hampshire has no sales tax, so a great place to stock up on food.
We'll have to check. Is there any food that we can't bring across the border?
We'll need to check that again when we get closer. So, yeah, we're all set. We got our new passports. Rudolph's update on his shots and his rabies. We're just waiting for weather. And Paul just tuned in. Are you going to Labrador? Of course we are.
Yep. We're going to start off going up towards Labrador, across the St. Lawrence, and then up to Labrador. And then we're going to take the short ferry in from
Blanc-Sablon.
Blanc-Sablon.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
And work our way all the way around the northeastern side of the island, and then take a ferry south to Nova Scotia.
We're hoping to be in Newfoundland for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
But so again, the weather is playing a huge part in this. So far, it's been very warm on the southern East Coast, but right now, Maine is getting that jet stream above them, and they're getting quite a bit of snow. So it's a day-by-day thing. We don't know where we'll be and when. We're following the weather, and if it looks too iffy, then we're not going to risk it.
Probably not. Probably not going to risk it.
Dave. So, following Walker's rules. Sorry we missed you in Florida. We are in Stuart, Florida. We loved Stuart, Florida. It's one of our favorite towns. We had a great time there. And sorry we missed you there. Minions Adventures. Gotta run. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subscribing. We love Idaho.
Yeah, we do.
And when we come back by, we'll definitely look you up. Okay, Robin Jan. No fresh fruits, no vegetables, meats, dairy, and eggs.
You can or can't?
Can't.
Oh.
Wander MT says once you get the new tires, you'll be ready for snow.
Yep. We got tire chains, so.
Yeah, once you just heal your back, because
I can show Carrie how to put the tire chains.
I showed you the trick on how to put the tire chains
No,
on.
I was the one that showed you.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was.
Nope. I told you. I'm going to show it on camera.
We'll show you. We got a trick for putting chains on, so it's an easy way to do it. You might already know.
I'm hoping we're not going to need chains.
Hoping we are.
Do we have a full-size spare?
Yes, we do.
We do. And the ProMasters, we have heard rumors that if you don't... So the spare is underneath, and supposedly you're supposed to... Do you wind it down?
Yeah, you wind it down.
So wind it down every year, or it can get seized in the up position. And we haven't done that in 5 years.
Yeah, we just checked it, though.
We just checked it, and it came down.
Yeah,
So
it's still working. Also, remember to check the air pressure on that spare tire. If it's been sitting there a few years, it can be rather low.
yeah, we need to get that checked for sure. We'll need to buy some. So a lot of our subscribers haven't seen your new electric chainsaw battery.
Oh, yeah, I got a new toy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to build a big fire with that.
So we got the battery chainsaw. We have chains. We are going to have new tires. We are going to have extra gas. What else do we need on that long strip of the Trans-Labrador Highway? Does anybody who's done it, can you tell us? I've read that there's a section where they give you a satellite phone. You pick it up at one side and you drop it off on the other side. So that's going to be good to have.
That's cool they do that.
We'll bring extra dog food.
Yeah. We'll have some survival rations.
We'll have some survival food. So you guys know us. We're pretty adventurous when it comes to...
Yeah. Even if we get stuck, I mean, we just got to stay with the van.
Yeah, we've learned living in California in snow country and close to the Nevada desert that if you do get stuck, most of the time it's better just to stay with your car.
Yep.
So 70 miles of gravel on the last part of the... I think I read that it's all paved now.
Yeah, we'll have to check on that because I thought I saw something about it. They finally finished paving the last stretch, but gravel's okay too.
Craig, have you been? He said it's a real remote area to travel in, which you know we love remote. That's right up our alley.
Yeah.
I am a little bit sad that we're going to be going through with all the snow because that means we can't go on all the side roads.
Well, we don't know if it's going to be that snowy or not.
It's going to be snowy.
It could be melted.
Curious, how much does your van weigh?
Our van weighs 8,700 pounds.
We're pretty heavy. We built strong. So far, it's working out for us, and nothing is really broken.
No.
Everything's hanging up. The cabinets are still on the wall.
Yeah, considering the roads that we've been on in the last 5 years and how much shaking and bumping and rattling we've done, this thing has held together really well.
Bring more than one spare if we can.
Well, I'm hoping to get to use the tire repair kit, so.
Oh boy. Yeah, so we have an air compressor, we have the tire repair kit. We have solar. What are we missing? Bug spray.
Oh yeah, bugs could be bad.
So I think, did I miss a comment from George and Sana? I think I did. George and Sana gifted us a clam bug screen.
Oh.
And it's going to get some use this year.
Yeah, we've already used it. We got our next video coming out. You'll see it. But this thing has been a lifesaver already.
Yeah.
And it's super easy to set up and take down. Usually I won't even accept free gifts that take up too much space in the van, because I'd rather have the space than the clutter. But this thing was worth it. I mean, it's been great.
Yeah, we love it, and we've only got to use it a couple of different times.
So we'll be able to set outside even if the bugs are bad, because we can set it up just for a couple hours if we want to.
Yeah. JG says we need a good travel partner.
Yeah.
Are you coming, JG? JG, you'll see in our next video, is JG is a subscriber and patron who has been with us pretty much from the beginning.
Yep.
Not many people know their subscriber number, and he knows his subscriber number, and it's in the 300s. So
yeah, and he's commented on every single one of our videos, which, I mean, that just helps out so much. It was just a pleasure to meet you. Yeah,
to finally meet you in person. So JG does a lot of
off-roading.
So he is definitely like a person that we would enlist to come with us and help us.
That'd be fun. Get in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah. If you guys could do me a favor, if you haven't already, just hit that like button. Tell YouTube that you're all here and you like what we're doing. That would be awesome. The road is paved, but the potholes are more like craters. I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
We love remote too.
Yeah, those potholes will get you.
You use that chainsaw to carve out a spare tire from the trees. I mean, if you were desperate enough, could you...
I mean, if you were desperate enough, you could wrap blankets and towels around the rim. And right on the rim if you had to. Duct tape them on there.
Ratchet them?
Yeah, ratchet strap the blankets and pillows or whatever you got around your rim and go.
Funny Stuff 4000. Cheers from Germany. I love your videos. Thank you so much. We would love to visit Germany.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Deborah says we're new to the channel. Thank you for stopping by and following us. You went to Alaska in your van last summer. One of these days we'll make it to Alaska.
Yeah, I'm thinking next year. I'm hoping next year.
Tire puncture like slime or fix a flat?
Yeah, I kind of like the plugs. So we'll be, if we have to fix a tire, it'll probably be using the plugs.
And do you know which repair kit it is?
You know, right off the top of my head, I don't.
I think before we cross into the wild unknown, we should do a little video on that, like what we're taking.
Yeah, and we did buy it 5 years ago, so I don't even know if the same tire repair kit is out there, but I do know that there's several different kinds listed on Amazon that you can buy, and they have all sorts of them now.
Robin Jan said hillbilly tire repair, ratchet straps and towels.
Yep. Whatever gets it done, right?
So again, we're hoping to cross. Where are we hoping to cross into Canada?
Northern Maine. I don't remember the name of the town. I think I picked it out already.
Thank you, JG.
I can't remember the name of the town, but right up on the tip.
We know we're crossing the St. Lawrence River near Quebec.
Yeah, there's a ferry in Canada that crosses the St. Lawrence, and it's one of the closer towns in Maine to that ferry. So we'll be able to maybe go across the same day. I haven't checked how many miles it is.
Wander MT says pine pitch can seal a tire. Don't give Dave started on pine pitch.
I like pine pitch. You mix that with a little charcoal or ash, and you pretty much got a cement.
Dave tried to chew pine pitch.
Well, yeah, and I learned it's not good to chew by itself. You have to add stuff to that, like honey or something, beeswax or something. Otherwise, it just spills in your teeth and sticks to you, and doesn't come off for days. You can trust me on that one. I could taste. I had pine breath for probably almost a week.
The things you do.
Roodle doodle.
Any other questions, guys? Thank you, Dennis. We
Thank you, Dennis.
appreciate you all helping us and supporting us. Thelma, I hate pine pitch on my poor little puppy's feet. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Groodle, you okay?
Dawn says, I'm very excited for Dave Deacon. Dave Deacon is the campground.
Oh, you're gonna like that campground.
Yeah.
That has the warm springs. It's in Nevada.
No. Dave Deacon is Ash Creek.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Nope. Dave Deacon is the warm springs in Nevada that we stayed 2 weeks at. That has the campground with the water. And Dave Deacon.
Is it?
Yep. It's
okay.
Also known as Hot Creek.
Okay. Well, you're going to love Dave Deacon, but I also live in Lassen County and work EMS in Aden and had no clue about Ash Creek. You're going to love Dave Deacon and you're going to love Ash Creek.
Yeah, those are two awesome places.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to leave.
Both of them are true hidden gems for sure.
Yep, go back to those anytime. Just stay 2 weeks.
Rudel is currently on the bed, looking out his window. The window has open. Dave, have you ever done a sweat lodge?
Maybe once or twice. Yeah, I'd be up for it though again.
You would?
Yeah.
Dave usually doesn't like really hot things.
I'll be up for a sweat lodge.
Okay. Probably be good for you. Butter works great on getting pine pitch out of your dog's feet. As kids, we used to use peanut butter. Rub it all in and it would get it off. Peanut butter also gets gum out of your hair. I know this from experience. Come travel with us. Congratulations, you guys, on your new cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we'll get to come see it. That sounds awesome. JG has a very good question. I don't know if you want to touch on this or not. Will you be able to fly your drone in Canada?
Okay, so I can't fly my drone in Canada under the Part 107.
Which is your drone pilot's license.
Drone pilot's license. But
you can fly the drone, but you have to contact the Canadian government. You have to tell them where you want to fly.
Yeah, and when. So,
when you want to fly.
And you have to get that approved.
Months in advance.
And you have to tell them the day, the time, the hour. So it's pretty complicated. It's a pretty good chance of not getting it, or by the time you do get the okay, you're not there at that one place. I know other people are flying drones that weigh less than 250 grams, and they're putting it on their YouTube channels, and they don't have problems. So that's a possibility. I don't know yet. I'm still working out details on that. If I can fly the Mini, which is under 250 grams, and get away with it without getting a ticket, I'll do it. I just got to make sure that's possible.
We want to do it the legal way, and so far as what we have found is, even though he has his pilot's license, he cannot fly his drone in Canada. But from what we've read and from the websites we checked out, if he flies the Mini, which is under a certain weight limit, then he doesn't need the pilot's license.
Yeah.
And you don't need
to register
the Canadian government's permission.
Yeah.
So those of you in Canada, can you tell us if that is right?
I've been looking at a lot of research on that, and it's kind of a gray area. I've seen people talk both ways about it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Canadian YouTuber and you're using drone footage in your YouTube videos. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
And it might be different too if they're a Canadian citizen and we're
Yeah.
not. So that's where we're having the gray areas, because we're a U.S. citizen coming into Canada. So we're really doing our research and trying to do it the right way. Mr. C, we're so jazzed to see this upcoming trip. We are super excited to be bringing it to you. There might be a delay in videos because we just don't know what the cell connection is going to be. But just know that
we're working on one.
We're working on them for sure.
If we do get to see a big iceberg, we hope to be able to rent somebody's small boat and have them take us out to the iceberg. So they do that kind of thing in a few different ports there. That would be great.
Yeah. That would be a bucket list boat trip for sure. Out to an iceberg. Our Retired Life says you can fly.
Awesome.
Mini 2 under the 250 mark.
Yep.
Not near airports and national parks. How many hours a day do we drive?
We don't like to drive more than 4 hours a day unless we have to get somewhere. So we tend to drive between the 3 and 4 hour mark. It kind of ruins the whole day, I feel like, if we have to drive more than that.
It seems like we're driving less and less the longer we are in van life.
Yeah.
We drove a lot the first year, but now, 4 hours is our max. Unless, like Dave says, we know that if we do a 7-hour day, it gets 1 day instead of 3 days of driving.
Yeah.
We'll do that occasionally.
Yeah, we only drove for 12,000 miles last year. And most of that was because of gas prices, so we just slowed down and stayed longer at each place, which I like. So it worked out.
Okay, True North says, what are we doing for cell? That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Are you going to get a Canadian pay-as-you-go or roam?
We don't know.
We don't know yet. We have a hotspot. I need to contact them and see if they will work in Canada. You guys from Canada, tell us what do we need to do? Because we're going to be there for 2.5 months. I think last time we went into Canada, Verizon didn't really work. They gave you like 5 gigabytes and 2 minutes that's used up.
Yeah, you have to buy what, a SIM card or something?
Yeah, so we need to look into that for sure.
Yep.
Dawn, how do you decide where you're going to boondock? We do quite a bit of research. We do a lot of research.
We kind of start off by figuring out where we're going, where we want to go. And then we start looking at the map and we use a couple different apps.
Yeah. We use iOverlander and
I like Free Roam.
Free Roam. But like for Newfoundland, supposedly the boondocking is just super plentiful. So we'll just go in our route and just stay as we go.
Yeah.
And of course, we are also always open for suggestions.
Yeah, because it might be tough. I don't know if we're going to be able to get online and research it much. So we're going to be really winging it.
And then I know there are like visitor centers and so forth in Newfoundland that will have Wi-Fi. So we will probably be spending, a few days at some of those areas.
Every once in a while we'll stay the night if we see one. So
I think we'll be staying occasionally. We'll be paying for camping in some of the national parks. They do have showers and some of them have Wi-Fi. So those type of places I think we'll pay for.
Yeah. But we are mostly going to free camp it.
Rob and Jan says, not sure, your plans are different. We have a US-Canada plan that is unlimited. I guess I need to contact our phone carriers and see what we have available to us. Hi, Sir Rob. So
Hello.
Robert is
That's my brother.
that's Dave's brother in California. And are you getting snow again?
Probably rain.
And how full is Mount Shasta now?
You mean Shasta Reservoir?
Yeah. Will we be driving along I-95 going north? I'm interested in rest stops along the way.
I don't think we are for the most of it, just because of the traffic. But we're kind of we're in Virginia now, and we'll be working our way up to Pennsylvania. Because in large, we have missed most of Pennsylvania, so we at least want to find one free camping spot and stay a few days at. And then we're heading east into the Boston area, and we're going to visit some friends, and then we're going to work our way north into New Hampshire and Maine.
We don't typically stay at rest stops along the interstate, so
We don't, unless we're just traveling from A to B and there's not another easy choice. We have before, but it's not something we do regularly.
so unless you're a really good sleeper, like I sleep through just about anything, but Dave hears everything, so rest stops he tends to not sleep very much.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if we pull in real late and leave early.
So if we usually get off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah, I
Not
personally
much.
do not like driving on busy highways or freeways. So
Yeah.
if we can avoid it, we'll drive extra just so we can go slower and enjoy the sights as we go.
And so, like here in Virginia, we spent one night at Cabela's, and last night we stayed at Cracker Barrel, just getting all our boring work done,
Yep.
and then we'll be heading into the forest.
Yep.
So we have stayed at Love's and Pilot, though.
Yeah, once or twice.
Yeah.
At least you know you got a good shower in the morning.
So this person said that van lives fly drone in Canada. The problem is we want to do it legally and correct because for some reason we get turned into the FAA.
Yep.
We were just turned in again in Florida for the Stewart video actually, and we were cleared. Everything was fine. We did all our... Dave does so much research when he...
Yeah, if you see me flying the drone, we're just not winging it. We've actually put a lot of time and effort into making sure that that's doable and we're obeying all the laws. So
Yeah, in Stewart, we flew over that beautiful bridge and we flew over the beach, and you actually had to get...
I had to get special waivers for both of those flights. So, and they got approved and I got records of them, so no problem.
Yeah, and we were totally in the right, but we still had to go through the investigation.
Yeah, because people will turn you in just because they don't know the laws, or they think that you're not
Obeying
the laws, or whatever reason that they have. So once they turn you in, the FAA is going to investigate.
Yeah, and the FAA has an anonymous line where people can report you. So, and then once they get a complaint, they have to investigate it. So
The good news is the more complaints we get and the more we check out okay, it's showing a pattern for us. So eventually they'll just look and see our pattern and go, okay, these guys are doing it right. Somebody keeps turning them in.
Yeah,
At least that's what the FAA told us.
Yeah, the FAA has been very nice to us the times that we've had to call and talk to them. Dave also keeps a very in-depth logbook.
Hey, Rudolph.
Hi, Rudolph.
No bark.
And, I mean, his logbook includes the coordinates where we are, all the research that he did, all the special
The
waivers
weather,
that he
the
needed.
airspace. I list everything down.
So, yeah.
So I can easily go back to each flight I've ever done and tell you all about it.
Yeah. Because sometimes, you know, that'll happen like months later, and then, you know, we do several videos after that.
It's all right,
Rudolph.
You're all right.
Rudolph saw a white lab go by.
Oh, there's another dog coming right next to us.
Rudolph,
Rudolph.
what are you doing? Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, hi. You want a treat? There you go. There you go. So the whole time we're on our live, Rudolph's here looking out his window. I don't have any more, buddy.
That was it.
That's all I got. Good boy.
He's being pretty good.
He is being good.
Considering we're at a dog park.
Well, and I don't know if you guys saw earlier, I did a short where he had to go to the dog park.
Oh, yeah.
So. Paul says Delaware State Forest just west of Milford, Pennsylvania. Good camping. I was there 3 weeks ago. Thank you.
Delaware State Forest. Okay, I'll check that out. So we're going to kind of stay towards central eastern Pennsylvania. So I'll have to check.
Yep. Other than that, we're just... Rose says, been great to see you both. We'll send that info on the food, etc. It's 6 p.m. here, so we're about to eat. Stay safe and get better soon. Bye, Rose and Michael.
Bye, guys.
We will see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
South Jersey is cloudy today.
Well, any more questions? I see
she says, are we having problem filming in national parks again? They reversed that rule where technically you're not allowed to film in national parks in the United States. We typically don't go to national parks that much just because of Rudel, and he can't go on any of the hiking trails, and usually they're super busy.
Yeah.
But
they keep flip-flopping back and forth on that law, so I don't even know if it's worth it.
I mean, every person that goes in with their cell phone and does a TikTok or Instagram or YouTube is technically breaking the law.
Yeah, I would think. What do you guys think about doing like a tour of state parks instead of national parks? Because I really enjoy state parks. There's generally less people there. There are things that you haven't heard about yet, and
they have a lot to offer.
There seems like a lot more to offer. I mean, some national parks you don't want to miss no matter what.
Yeah.
But I think just doing like a state park tour and picking like the best 3 or 4 state parks in each state and doing detailed videos on them would be fun.
I think that would be fun, yeah. Yeah, so we tend to stay away from the national parks unless it's something super incredible that we want to see. But then when we go into it, we have to do it kind of alone because one of us will have to stay with the dog. So yes, I agree. State parks need more love. They do. There are some amazing state parks out there.
Yep.
Maybe next year we'll make it the state park tour.
It'll be fun. Or at least, you know, maybe once a month hit a state park and do a video on that.
Yeah.
Next year I want to do the Alaska tour.
Oh, okay. You're sticking with that Alaska
I'm sticking with
huh?
the Alaska.
Swixine. Swixine is one of our patrons who is in Arizona, and I am really loving your sunset photos that you are sharing. Pin in the Atlas. We stopped at national parks but go to state parks, but we always ask permission. Permission to film. Some state parks, certain times a year, you can get permission to fly your drone in them.
Yep.
I know there's a couple in Utah, and I think that's really cool. We just got a double doodle. Named him Gucci Poochie. What is a double? A doodle breeds a doodle? That's cool. I'd love to see a picture of you.
Double doodle.
A double doodle doodle.
Could have a lot of fun with that name. What is it, Rudel? I know, that's your name.
Thelma says, make sure to get the mile post when we go to Alaska. You've seen that, right? It tells you mile by mile. All the
Oh, yeah, the map, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that's like a must.
Speaking of that, do any of you know any good backcountry map books for Canada?
Or just super detailed back road, you know, if you want to get off the beaten path, let us know if there's just a good road map. I'm having trouble finding any detailed road maps. That most of them just have the main road and that's it.
So just to go back to the national park thing, if you want to film in the national park, you have to get a permit. And from what I understand is you have to, of course, apply for the permit weeks in advance. You have to pay a permit fee. And
It's
again,
expensive, I heard too.
you have to tell them where you're going to be, when you're going to be filming, how many people are going to be there.
It's pretty much like a movie theater would get permission.
Like a movie production company.
Yeah, and now everybody has to get that.
And
so
if you're denied, you don't get that
money back.
That fee back. So yeah, it's just a big pain. Anne says she enjoyed our series on the Washington DNR parks, the Discover Pass.
That was really cool.
Yeah, maybe other states have something like that. We'll have to check out.
I think other states do have that.
Dawn, thank you so much. Dawn says just joined your Patreon.
Ah, thank you.
Welcome to the Patreon family. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate that.
We do. And you'll be getting some updates in real time. We do more of that on Patreon than we do on social media.
Yep.
Michelle says the double doodle looks just like Roodle. Both Labradoodle and Golden Doodle parents.
Oh.
How old is Gucci Poochie?
Gucci Poochie.
What's it called? Gucci.
Is that what it is?
Gucci.
I want a picture now. Too many comments.
Yeah, I can't find. I'm sorry if I messed the name up, but. What kind of razor do we use on our doodle? We have a...
Wall?
No, that's yours.
Oh.
Robert, Dave's brother, gave it to us. It's a high quality razor for shearing sheep.
Oh.
It's a super popular brand name. I just can't think of it right now. Does a super good job. I did have to buy a new blade for it, but
it was worth it.
It was worth it, yeah. Berry prices are high. We knew going into planning the Newfoundland trip that the ferry price was going to be high, and that's part of why we did the double beet harvest. So we have already purchased our long ferry coming back from Newfoundland.
Yeah, because the spots were filling up on it. We were worried we're going to miss out.
So we just got to get across the border.
How many hours is that ferry?
17, I think.
17-hour ferry.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a cruise.
Darren says there's an app that shows where all the crown land is. Okay, Darren, if you can remember, when you remember, let us know. We were looking at the back road map books, but it's out of stock right now. Dave, how are you enjoying your new chainsaw?
I haven't used it much. I just made a couple cuts with it, but I like it. I mean, I feel spoiled. I can't wait to make a big fire. And not to mention, if we have a tree fall down in front of the road, I won't have to pull out the axe and chop away at it. I'll just be able to cut right through it.
So we have been looking at the battery chainsaws for a long time.
Yeah.
And one, it has to be really something we want because of
that takes a lot of space up.
Takes up quite a bit of space, but the price too. So when we went into a Tractor Supply, it was on clearance, and when I got up to the register, they marked it down even more from the clearance price, which was already half off. And we had 2 gift cards. So
from Robert and Renee.
Yeah, from Dave's brother. So we walked out of the store with a brand new chainsaw for $60.
Yeah. Can't say no to that.
So we couldn't say no to that. And you've used it a couple of times.
Yeah, no, I like it. It has a tightener for the chain that is super easy to use. I wish it would have had that on my gas chainsaws that I've had in the past. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it.
Mike, you said shucks, bummer. What did I miss? Did I miss a comment?
I'm sure we missed a lot of comments, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, if we missed your comment, please know it's not that we were just overlooked it. I mean, they move pretty fast on here.
And the writing is super small, at least for me.
I know, I wish I could make it bigger.
I can't see any of the words. Even my glasses on, I'd have to be 3 feet away.
Oh, gotcha, Mike. Yeah, so if there's something that we missed, just please ask again and we'll try to get to it if we see it. Thank you. Is it Jeannie? You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for watching, you guys.
Please hit the thumbs up if you can. It'll help us out. YouTube will know that people are watching our stuff.
Have you tried the DeLorme? We love the DeLorme map books, and we have several state ones, but I didn't see that offered in Canada.
Nope. It seems like there might have been one for Labrador, Newfoundland. I can't remember.
It's awesome seeing fellow Reading Knights. It snowed yesterday and will be raining for days. Yes. So, of course, we leave California and they have the storm of the century several years in a row.
Yeah, when we were there, it was mostly dry and hot.
And
just a little rainy in the winter. Not much.
what do they call it? Oh, drought. Severe drought.
Yeah.
And then we come to the East Coast and
It's hot and sunny over here, which most people would like.
it's super warm and all the weather's on the West Coast. So if you don't want any weather in your area, just have us come there.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that works. Except when the snowstorm followed us from Idaho to Texas.
Yeah, that did. That did.
That was cool.
Yeah, Gucci Poochie. We live in a cabin in the woods in Alabama on 4 acres. We would love to meet you.
Mm.
Do you know what route would be taken to Canada? More coastal or inland?
I think we're going to start off on the coast and then and then it's going to directly go inland, I think, because we're going to work closer to Quebec, where we're going to take a ferry. So we're going to end up pretty much going to probably the top middle of the state. I'm sorry, I don't have more details than that.
Come to Kansas.
We'll be taking a back road.
We went to Kansas our first year on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Super lovely state. We had breakdown in Kansas.
Yeah.
And people
We got a
Kansas
tornado warning, and
that's the first time we've ever had a tornado warning in Kansas. And let me tell you, the clouds can materialize quickly.
yeah, and then it got dark, and then there was just constant flashes of lightning
Everywhere.
all the way around us in a 360. And I'd never seen anything like that
1
before.
inch hail called for,
Yeah.
and a tornado warning. And these West Coast kids were like,
We
what
went-
the heck do
We
we
went
do?
and found an old abandoned gas station, and we just parked underneath it.
Yeah, we looked up where the tornado,
It's going.
where you go
Oh,
down.
the shelter?
Yeah, we looked up where the shelter was. Chrome uses an app for Crownland. We'll have to, you know what, we should just message Chrome.
Yeah, we should. We got lots of questions.
We met Chrome the first time we were in Canada, and he was super nice. He's done a couple of things for us in a few videos, so.
Mhm.
Hi from Northeast Florida. Stop by Cape Cod on your way to Canada. I think we'll be in that area at some point.
We are going to be pretty close, yeah.
So, all right, guys, if you have any suggestions, I know a lot of you are kind of concerned. A lot of our patrons have expressed some concern
About
us going up so early.
Oh, yeah.
About the
we're gonna-
snow.
We'll keep an eye on the weather, and we can handle a small snowstorm, but we obviously don't want to go up there during a big nor'easter or something, so we'll be watching the weather.
Yeah, we'll be watching the weather every step of the way. So, again, our tentative time to cross the Canadian border is April 15th, and that may come, it may get pushed back. We don't know. We're just going with the flow.
Yep.
So any last questions? I think we're going to wrap it up.
Which way are we coming back? That's debatable. Yeah.
We haven't worked that out yet.
We haven't worked that out. All we know is that we have to be in Dallas, Texas at the end of October. We don't know if we're working the sugar beet harvest or not. If we work the sugar beet harvest, it would be in Minnesota.
Right on the North Dakota border.
And that harvest tends to end pretty quickly. They get it done really fast. But we don't know. We just pick a route. Like right now, we know we're going to Newfoundland. So we just know A and we know point B. And wherever we go along the way is just where the wind takes us. So
Yeah, it's nice to leave that open just so you don't feel like you're in a rush.
yeah. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis.
Oh, Dennis, we have broken into that bottle of honey.
Mmm.
Yeah, we had it on some biscuits
Yeah.
and some oatmeal the other day. It was
That's good.
really good.
Good stuff.
If we come back to we'll come back to the Nevada desert for sure. Nevada is a highly underrated state, and we have just scratched the surface.
Yeah, we could do the whole summer there if we wanted to.
Yeah, we will be back on the West Coast in early fall, late fall, early winter, I think.
Yeah.
I think we'll be there next year. So, yeah, we're ready to come home and visit our family. It's been almost 2 years by the time we get back.
Yep, too long.
So, all right, guys, if you have any questions or you have any advice, you can always get us on Instagram, Facebook, one adventure at a time at yahoo.com. If we don't get back to you right away, we might not have cell service.
Yeah, we're probably not going to have service for about the next week, I think.
Yeah. And if I don't get back to you after a week or two, please send me another message. Sometimes I see them and then I lose them. Because we do get quite a few messages, but we love answering them if we can. All right, we thank you for stopping by. We thank you all for following our journey. We still pinch ourselves because we just can't believe this is.
Yeah, it's been great. We hope to keep on going.
Rob says campsite 1 in the fall. Okay,
right.
We'll be there.
All right, it'll probably be like November or December.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we will see you on the road. We are heading north, and we're going to take you along with us. We're super excited about this adventure. I just can't wait to get it started.
Yeah.
So we just need the snow to stop. Stop snow. No more snow.
Light snow's okay.
Light snow. Okay.
Bye-bye,
All right, guys, we're going to head out.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
watching. Take care.
Oh, wait, we got to say goodbye to Rudel.
All right, go show Rudel.
Bye, Rudel. Oh, he's going to
Oh.
come across the
Hi boy. You might come here?
counter highway.
Hi.
Oh, good boy.
Oh, you want a treat? Oh.
His treats are up there. Your treats are up there, huh? Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. You want one of these? Is that what you want? Okay. Good boy. All right, say bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.